Hi. Welcome back to Box Recaps. Today I'm going to explain a movie named Shaolin Soccer, released in the year 2001. At the beginning of the movie we see a famous football player named Golden Leg berating his teammate Hung for asking him to cheat in a football game. However, when Hung offers him some money, he accepts the offer and walks towards the playground. Later, Golden Leg is ready to shoot a penalty in the finals. His shots are so popular that the audience cheers for him, believing that he will definitely score the goal. However, to their dismay, when Golden Leg shoots, the ball goes over the goal post, missing it entirely. Enraged, the crowd erupts to the ground and attacks Golden Leg, beating him badly and crippling him so that he can never play football again. At the same time, his teammate Hung can be seen walking away from the ground, laughing and giving a suspicious look to Golden Leg. The scene then fast forwards by 20 years, and now Hung has become the coach of a famous football team. He gives interviews to a number of media reporters and enters the dressing room to meet his players. At the same time, Golden Leg, who now works as Hung's assistant, hobbles to meet him. Golden Leg pleads with Hung to give him an opportunity to coach a football team, but instead of helping, Hung makes fun of him and humiliates him in front of other players. Enraged, Golden Leg threatens to tell the public about the fact that he was bribed before the finals. Surprisingly, this does not worry Hung, and he tells Golden Leg that no one will believe him after 20 years and that he can never be a coach like him. Before leaving, Hung also reveals to Golden Leg that he was the one who plotted the whole attack and paid the people back then to break his leg. This shocks Golden Leg and he walks out of the place devastated. Following this, Golden Leg drinks a can of beer and wanders around the streets. Suddenly he hears a voice which is criticizing the way the professional football players are kicking the ball. Golden Leg is surprised to hear this, and when he turns back he notices a young man, Iron Leg, practicing some martial arts moves. Iron Leg is stretching his legs, placing them on top of his trash bags. Seeing this, Golden Leg gets mesmerized and approaches Iron Leg. After a bit of chatting, Iron Leg introduces himself as a kung fu master and hands an ordinary business card to Golden Leg, asking him to contact him if he wants to learn kung fu. However, Golden Leg, who's not interested in the offer, puts the business card inside the beer can and throws it away. Surprisingly, Iron Leg kicks the can with great power and it goes out of sight in no time. In the next scene, Iron Leg approaches the garbage collector and sells his garbage in exchange for some money. He then goes straight to a nearby roadside restaurant where a young lady Mui is preparing steamed bread using her kung fu skills. Iron Leg is surprised to see this and he approaches the lady, flirts with her and eats 2 of her steamed breads. Mui tells him that the 2 slices of bread cost $1. Hearing this, Iron Leg is shocked as he does not have enough money to pay her. When the girl refuses to give him a break, Iron Leg offers her his torn shoes and assures her that he will return and pay her back. After that, Iron Leg goes to meet his brother Ironhead, who works at a nightclub. He tells Ironhead that they can use the club stage to spread their kung fu skills to the world. However, Ironhead dislikes the idea and asks his brother to forget about it. At the same time, Ironhead's nightclub owner arrives there and breaks a glass bottle on Ironhead's head, blaming him for not booking a music band for the night. Left with no options, Ironhead considers his brother's idea of using entertainment as a means to educate people about kung fu. However, when they get on stage they perform so badly that the customers get angry and beat them up. The next day, while urinating behind a wall, Golden Leg spots a beer can stuck in the wall. He approaches the can and gets taken aback to find that it's the same one that Iron Leg had kicked yesterday. Curious, he pulls out the can, causing the wall to break down. On the other side of the wall he notices Iron Leg fighting with a group of thugs. He uses a soccer ball to knock all the bad guys down, mesmerizing Golden Leg. After the fight is over, Golden Leg approaches Iron Leg and mentions that he can spread the knowledge of Kung Fu to the world by playing soccer. Surprisingly, Iron Leg likes the idea and asks Golden Leg to teach him the basics of soccer. Golden Leg then suggests Iron Leg at least have a pair of shoes to begin the training. Desperate to start the training, Iron Leg returns to Mui and inquires about the shoes that he left there. Mui replies that she threw them in the trash can as they were in very bad condition. Hearing this, Iron Leg becomes sad and prepares to return back. Surprisingly, Mui calls him back and provides him with his pair of shoes repaired. Happy to get his shoes back, Iron Leg unites with Golden Leg and visits his previous Kung Fu team brothers, asking them to join their soccer team to spread Kung Fu over the world. However, to his bad luck, none of his brothers agree to join, mentioning their pitiful economic condition and that Kung Fu comes to no use in their daily life. Despite this, Iron Legend forms the brothers to meet him on a rooftop in case they change their minds. In the next scene, Iron Leg and Golden Leg are waiting on the rooftop for the others to arrive. When no one shows up for a long time, Iron Leg apologizes to Golden Leg for not being able to convince his brothers. To their surprise, when they're about to leave, all the brothers arrive there and become ready to join the soccer team. After this, the team can be seen preparing for their first practice session. However, their practice session is halted for several hours when Iron Leg shoots the ball into the sky and the team is forced to wait until it returns to the ground. Seeing this, Golden Leg pulls Iron Leg away from the ball and asks him to practice with eggs. In no time, Iron Leg masters the ball handling skills and starts shooting the ball accurately with great speed. The scene then shifts to the team's first ever soccer match. Before the match even begins, the opponent team's captain drops some deadly weapons from his pants, signaling that the match will be full of action. Soon the match begins and one can clearly see the lack of skills in Golden Leg's team. After a while, when Iron Leg is about to land a powerful shot to the goal post, the opponent team members attack him with multiple kicks around his body parts. Injured, Iron Leg turns around and notices his brothers getting beaten and humiliated by the opponents. Left with no options, he puts his pants on a stick and surrenders against the opponent team. Despite this, the opponents continue to humiliate them and make Iron Head wear the underwear on his head. Just then, Iron Leg feels something in the air and mentions that his brothers' original power have returned because of the humiliation. Suddenly, everyone starts demonstrating their newly acquired powers and they humiliate the opponent team. The Bruce Lee-looking goalkeeper named Lightning Hand stops the attacks from the opponents easily. Right then, Iron Leg tries to shoot the ball to the opponent's net, but the ball hits the side post and gets stuck there, resulting in no score. Witnessing the unmatchable Kung Fu skills of Golden Leg's team, the opponent team surrenders and becomes ready to join the Golden Leg's team. On the other hand, Hung receives a call informing him about Golden Leg trying to enter the national soccer competition. When Hung, the chairman of the competition, arrives at the registration center, he meets Golden Leg and also takes a look at his soccer team. Hung laughs after seeing the soccer team and mentions that they're no threat to anyone in the competition. Being overconfident, he allows the registration of the team and even pays the entry fee himself. In the following scene, Iron Leg meets with Mui and thanks her for repairing his old shoes. He then takes her to a fancy store and asks her to take a look at the beautiful dresses present there. He also suggests Mui to not hide her beauty and face the world with confidence. Before leaving the store, Iron Leg promises to buy all the clothes for Mui. After he wins the upcoming soccer competition and becomes famous. The next day Golden Leg brings his team to play their first match of the competition, and names his group team Xiao Lin. During the match the opponents laugh at their team's name and make fun of their appearance, but soon they're mesmerized by their kung fu skills as Iron Leg repeatedly scores after the match begins. All of the team members unleash their unique abilities and score several goals in the match, providing the opponents with no chance to fight back. Meanwhile Hong gets a call informing him about the extraordinary performance of Team Xiaolin. From here Team Xiaolin wins multiple games with ease, and soon they receive sponsorship from a famous shoe brand. After receiving the sponsorship the team gathers around Mui's restaurant at night and throws away their old shoes. Right then Iron Leg searches for Mui and she appears in front of him with her new appearance, wearing makeup and new fancy clothes. Iron Leg is taken aback to see her and he compliments Mui for trying a new look. He then introduces her to his teammates and they enjoy quality time together. Later Mui is confronted by her shop owner, who ridicules her for her looks and asks her to work hard. This time Mui fights back and gives her owner a couple of blows. After some time Mui speaks with Iron Leg and asks him if he likes her. Iron Leg replies that he only likes her as a friend and nothing else. Hearing this Mui gets heartbroken and walks away from there. The next day Team Xiaolin wins their semi-final game easily and reaches the finals of the competition. In the finals they're pitted against the fierce team of Hung. Later Hung meets Golden Leg and offers him some money, asking him to walk out of the competition. However, this time Golden Leg refuses the offer and decides to compete against Hung's team and win the competition. On the day of the finals Iron Leg first visits Mui's restaurant to meet her, but the shop owner informs him that Mui has been fired from her job. Before leaving the shop Iron Leg tastes some steamed buns kept there and realizes that Mui has been crying the whole time because of how he replied to her before. Soon he's called by Golden Leg to board the bus for the competition. In the next scene Team Xiaolin arrives at the venue and gets ready to play the finals against Hung's team Team Evil. As soon as the match begins Team Xiaolin shows their skills and takes the ball forward, dodging the opponents. Within the starting few minutes Iron Leg strikes a powerful shot to score a goal. But to everyone's surprise Team Evil's goalkeeper stops the ball with ease with a hand in his pocket. He also challenges Iron Leg to shoot the ball the second time. When Iron Leg kicks the ball for the second time as a trick shot, the goalkeeper again does not fall for the trick and stops the ball. Meanwhile Hung laughs at the commotion. And here we get to know that he had injected some drugs into his players before the match, making them stronger and more dangerous with some super human-like abilities. In the next scene Team Evil's striker hits the ball with such great force that the opposition goalkeeper Lightning Hands falls to the ground while trying to stop it. After the stop the striker approaches Lightning Hands and kicks the ball to his face, sending him flying through the nets. Following this Team Evil's players continue to attack the Shaolin players, injuring them badly. The referees also do not give any fouls because they seem to be bribed by Hung. During halftime most of Team Xiaolin's players are injured and afraid to re-enter the field for the second half. However, with their goalkeeper injured, the third brother of the Team Iron Shirt volunteers to be the next goalkeeper. With some of their players leaving, the team is on the verge of being disqualified if one more player gets injured. In the next scene the second half begins, and Team Xiaolin tries to make formations to stop the powerful kicks from Team Evil. Though they make different formations, the powerful shots from Team Evil knock them down easily. Soon Team Evil begins their final attack. Following Whom's order, they gather around Team Shaolin's goalkeeper and launch a powerful shot toward him. Iron Shirt manages to stop the shot but gets knocked out because of the tremendous power in it. With this, Team Xiao Lin is disqualified. Fortunately, when the whole team is sad about their disqualification, Mui arrives. There in her new haircut and volunteers to be the goalkeeper. Following this, the match resumes end. When Mui tries to pass the ball to her team players, it lands on the foot of an opponent player. Team Evil striker rises into the air and kicks the ball with a lot of power toward Mui. Surprisingly, she blocks it with her Tai Chi skills and prevents it from entering the net. Iron Leg is impressed by her skills and smiles at her. With this, Mui throws the ball towards Iron Leg, who uses his kung fu prowess to kick the ball toward the opponent's goal post. The ball travels at such great speed that it produces a tornado-like wind around it, knocking away Team Evil's players out of the path. The ball then goes through the goalpost of Team Evil, making Team Xiaolin the winner of the competition. The trophy is subsequently given to Iron Leg and his team, and they celebrate their win by tossing Iron Leg into the air. A newspaper article mentions that the players from Team Evil are permanently barred from participating in professional soccer. Hung loses his position as soccer chairman and also receives a 5-year prison sentence. Meanwhile, Iron Leg goes for his morning jog and is happy to see that everyone around him is learning kung fu and incorporating it into their daily lives, as he had dreamt. The movie ends with the camera panning to the poster of Iron Leg and Mui, who have subsequently married and made headlines for winning various other international level competitions.